I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind, out of sight and out of mind. No when you keep running, but your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Good evening, everybody. We are... Fucking hell, that's loud. Fucking hell, mate. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Turn it down. That's already us straight off air. Or me, anyway. Yeah, welcome back. This is a very strange, surreal experience. Live streaming for the first time since... 2021? I can't even remember. Yeah, very surreal experience, and even more surreal is the fact that, I'll be completely honest, I have not missed FPL at all. I think that, as I said to Nick the other day from FPL Juice, I said that what they've done to me has made the experience of actual interactions through talking FPL more enjoyable than streaming, to completely frank. And I'll be completely open and honest, I find it very difficult solo streaming. Very difficult indeed. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, we are back for FPL, and I said it the other day to somebody during the FPL Juice 5-a-side tournament. Let us know if you watched it, actually. Let us know in the chat if you watched it. I said that it was Focal, wasn't it? It was Oscar. Yeah, it was Oscar that I said it to. I'm actually having the worst season ever in my FPL history. In the 11 years of playing this game, this is the worst season I've ever had. And it's just depressing. If you've listened to Turtle Steve-O shows, I'm surprised I'm even here. And this whole FPL challenge, I mean, that should be in the poll as well. I've put out a poll to get people interacting. Got to get people interacting. Got to do that. Brilliant, that. Interact with everybody. Are you wildcarding? And the other poll should be, are you even playing FPL challenge? Fucking hell. I agree with, because I was watching, or listening more specifically, listening while doing stretching. I was listening to FPL Black Box for the first 20 minutes or so, half an hour, and someone super chatted and they said that, and I agree, that they think that this FPL challenge is like a way in which they're trying to see what could be implemented in the real game, and they just want to test it out to see if the universe of FPL can handle the amount of people that are playing the game, and then implement it into the real game. Like, for instance, the deadline. I think that's obvious that next season they're going to be doing that. The gimmicky things like, I don't know, what is it? Man United and Liverpool players get double points. Ooh. Ooh. As Seth says in Superbad. Ooh, please shove that 12-inch little... Yeah, you get the idea with that. But he doesn't even sell 12-inch. He says, please stick your 2-inch into my little tight little... See, I've censored myself there. And I personally think that it's just a pathetic attempt to try and lure new people in. Don't get me wrong, I'm assuming that the amount of people that will sign up will be in the hundreds of thousands. I think game week 1, I think there'll be let's just say 800,000. It may break 1 million, but I reckon 800,000 roughly will sign up for the FPL challenge in game week 1. And I do agree with FPL Juice when they were talking about it. I think that it will be a game which casuals or people that have given up with life, this game, people like me, they will want to play it. I mean, I'm not, because I just literally have zero time nowadays. I streaming and FPL and fantasy football games are just, I can't commit to it anymore. It's just, work is just awful in the sense of I'm having to do 6 days a week. My money is so tight at the moment, it's actually depressing me. And it's fucking hard, to be completely frank. It's fucking difficult, my situation. Oh, boo-hoo, Steve-O. But it's true. My incomings are my outgoings. And it is just constantly playing in the back of my head. And this fucking game is just non-existent. Like this time last week, I was generally preparing for I wasn't preparing, but I was really looking forward to the 5-a-side tournament Juice were putting on. And just to let people know, when they do their summer, I don't think it's going to be summer, I'll be able to do it, but I want to put together an Elite FPL team for that. So if anybody's actually interested in joining it's a 5-a-side tournament, but we need 8 players. So I've already put it in the members chat. No one responded. No one that actually was going to be participating anyway, but serious people that actually want to participate for Elite FPL, genuinely, can you please contact myself via Discord? Or if you follow me on X, which is nobody, you can DM me on X, despite the fact I probably won't even see it because I don't follow anybody. Or I've probably muted you or blocked you. So if you are genuinely serious about participating in the FPL Juice tournament and representing Elite FPL, then please get in contact via member chat on Discord, DM on Discord, or DM on X, specifically my account, because I don't even look at Elite FPL apart from reposting various things that I put out on my own little account, which is to do with this channel, which annoys people apparently. It's hilarious. It's fantastic. It's great. I love pissing people off. It's brilliant. Just self-entitled arseholes. It's great. They're the people that I love annoying. Self-entitled people. And this is why I'm really looking forward to Juice's Tangent episode with FPL Mate. I'm not going to talk about it live on air now, but what I am being made aware of is that FPL Mate has a few things to say, and I'm fucking looking forward to it. Because Tangent is fantastic. Tangent is something that FPL Juice has come out with, which is something I really respect what Nick's done on that particular show, to be completely frank, or the side project. He's done really well. I've messaged him back and forth about the fact that it's a very Piers Morgan style interview, the way he talks to the likes of myself, Ed, Suj, and they haven't released the FPL Mate one yet. They haven't released the FPL Mate one yet. When they do, I mean, it's members only, and then it comes out 3 weeks later publicly. I can't remember now, but yeah, apparently it's supposed to get really, really deep, and I can't fucking wait for it. So yeah, I think I always find it really interesting from a content creator world when people are content creators talk openly. I think it's fantastic. The ones that are closed off and don't want to say anything because they don't want to, they're scared of damaging their brand. I get it, but really, I actually personally relate more with people that are more open and honest than a bit coy, a bit shy, don't really want to talk. So I always think to myself, what are you hiding? You don't need to be shy. I actually have more respect for people that are willing to actually have an open air conversation rather than just quiet and on the down low. So that's why with the Tangent episodes, it's really interesting hearing the guys open up, and from a selfish perspective, but obviously looking at it from a FPL content creator space. Ooh. It's really interesting hearing the real thoughts of these individuals, because you don't hear what they really think. Most of the guys do FPL content. It's just the same old thing that you hear from them, and it's just meh. It's why I love going to the meetups and you meet the real people. And it's why I keep saying to FPL Juice, you really need to seriously consider recording the after show, post show. Now, obviously, there will be bits in there which they won't be allowed to release for obvious reasons. But there are moments when I've been in the studio or things that I've seen which are like, this is YouTube gold. And it's seeing the real person behind the character. Again, I'm not saying that when I've been in the FPL Juice studios, anybody said anything horrible. I'm not suggesting that for 1 minute. But from an entertainment perspective, like some of the things that the guys have said that you wouldn't expect has been absolutely hilarious. And it really annoys me that, Ash was the one that made a comment to me and it always stuck with me, but it's true. Because I say it to Jason all the time. It's, don't talk. Just, no, what did Ash say? Sorry, that's what I say to Jason. Don't speak. Just say it for air. That's what Ash said to me. He just goes, Steve, I don't want to talk now. He just wants to sit down and we do it live. And I'm like, yeah, because this conversation here is fantastic and your audience needs to listen to it. It's really, really interesting. Hiding it behind a closed door, don't. And it's the same with the five-a-side tournament, like, because everybody's in a relaxed mood. They're not under pressure. They're not behind some shitty little webcam or anything in a shitty little bedroom like this. A tiny little room. No, you're outdoors or you're in a studio and you're connecting with people, you're having proper conversations, and people open up a lot more. And I've noticed this now, like over the last several weeks, and this has got nothing to do with FPL content now, but just content in general, which is about things like this. Like, I'm just not particularly enjoying it. It's just really, really boring. And I have thought out loud, I have thought like maybe just having a serious conversation with Jason about this channel and just like not having to have to do streams anymore. And generally just turn it into a podcast, because podcasting is so fucking easy. I can't explain to you how easy podcasting is. I just hit record, chat shit, end of it, done. It's brilliant. But the live streaming is just getting to me a bit of a struggle now, and obviously with Jason being with his newborn, and I mean ironically he's in Cornwall at the moment, but he's with his newborn. I have no idea when he's going to come back, and you know, I'm not going to name the people, but there were some people at that tournament that were basically saying, I don't know how you do solo streams. I don't know how you do solo streams. I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do, Carl. Because they said they have such high regard for me for what I do on solo streams. Because they couldn't do it. They couldn't do solo streams. And I'm like, yeah, how the fuck do you think I feel? But the thing with this channel is that it's all about the live experience. But stuff like this, I'd rather just podcast about it. I don't need to do a live stream. I generally don't need to do a live stream. Do it as a video. Not even as a video, just literally do it as a podcast. But like maybe things like watch-alongs and stuff, if we ever do it, I'll happily do it. But the reason why I'm thinking like this is because I'm literally just doing everything solo. And it's just... I'll be straight with you. I'm just, because of my work situation, doing content's difficult. And again, another person I was speaking with at the tournament, they just basically said they feel that once real life starts taking over, like they don't like doing content, but they have to do the content. And it's fucking hard. I know I sound like a broken record. I know I do. But my headspace is quite literally not in this world at the moment. It's just not in this world whatsoever. It's anything but football. Because there are things going on in my life which are just doing my fucking nutting. To be completely frank. But, you know, I have respect to the audience that we've got. I'll do a live stream or whatever. Really, I just want to be lying on my bed. Here's the irony, watching a live streamer playing Warzone. So I do think to myself, like, there are people out here that actually watch this going, yeah, this is keeping me entertained. I genuinely just don't see what's like, I don't know, it's really difficult to talk about. I find it really difficult because I know I offend people. I know it offends people. Here's the irony, is that when I hear someone talking like this, I find it the fucking funniest thing on the planet. I mean, serious. And like, it's like with another member of the FPL community I was chatting with, and like, they were just talking about the fact that they find it really interesting that I'm willing to open up and talk live on air about things. And I just make the point, I've got nothing to lose. I've got fuck all to lose. What have I got to lose? Nothing. I'm being serious. What have I got to lose? Nothing. So yeah, it's a weird one. And then because we do like a show like this where we are live and we're going through the emotions of what's happening with a game week and what's going through your mindset and everything at that time, like, that person behind or in front of the camera is going to just put out, or in my case, I'll just put out what I'm feeling. Now, whether it's a detriment to me or not is not my fucking problem. But like I say, that's why what I've noticed in my place of work, as an example, why there are people that fucking hate me and fucking love me, because you've got the ones that are like, do you know what, I get this guy. He just says it as it is. He gets to the point. He's no bullshit. let's just get on with it. But there are others that are like, yeah, but he's not friendly. He's a bit too full on. And it's like, yeah, but you're the kind of saps in life that have no personality. There's nothing about you on this planet. I don't adhere to that whole bullshit of just, you know, what the people want. As I keep stating, you're choosing to watch this. You're choosing at, what time is it? 10 to 8 on a good fucking Friday to tune into this. Well done. And if you enjoy it, brilliant. Like I said, I've already seen people complaining this week, privately emailing me. Oh, I can't watch Elite FPL anymore. It's just not FPL anymore. Well, that's funny because you were watching every single fucking week and you have the audacity to mail me and tell me that you're not watching anymore because it's not talking about FPL. Just piss off. Honestly, it is mental that, again, we go back to it, don't we, at the start? We go full circle with the whole self-entitlement of an audience. And we go back to what Steve Merchant says on XFM. Well, you know, I thank you for tuning in and everything, but, you know, again, you're the ones that wanted to watch this. And yeah, it's just tough for me at the moment. By the way, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not asking for someone going, it's okay, Steve-O. You'll be okay. I don't need it. I mean, genuinely, deadly serious. I don't need it. But certainly for me at the moment with this channel, I'm just like, and I never thought I'd be saying this. I'm just like, he's literally like Les Dennis. But again, like, what is the point? But again, it's just a stage in my life at the moment where I'm going through, which I'm not at a presence with myself where I'm in a good space. To be completely frank, I'm just not in a good space at all. And when you throw on top, again, we're going completely full circle here with a game which I genuinely could not give a flying fuck about at the moment. It just... Anyway, talking of which, the Metro. There's a few more people turning off. I don't want Steve-O reading, it annoys me. Then fuck off then. The Metro came out with this the other day. Declan Rice claimed this week John Stones didn't even realise Manchester City were playing Arsenal on Sunday. Nor did I, to be honest with you. But we can assure that the England defender, the Premier League is indeed back this weekend. Great. And the top of the table clash isn't the only thing we're looking forward to. So here are the things that the Metro is looking forward to. De Zerbi's time to shine. Roberto De Zerbi remains among the favourites to replace Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool and will have the perfect chance to impress the Kop when Brighton visit on Sunday. The Seagulls will be maddeningly inconsistent in De Zerbi's first full season in charge and struggle to balance the demands of the first European campaign, but they can remain an entertainment watch and continue to polish new gems like Simon Adingra and can still look up rather than down. Well, the history suggests they're going to have a good game. Down and almost out. Everton's -6 and facing a second charge. Nottingham Forest -4 pending an appeal. The bottom of the table currently features more asterisks than a French comic convention, and it's not only the clubs in hot water who are unhappy psychologically. If you're above the... Bloody hell, the Metro needs to work on his English here. And it's not only the clubs in hot water who are unhappy. Psychologically, if you're above the relegation zone, you're thinking a point is enough to keep you above the relegation zone, said Luton winger Andros Townsend this week. And TalkSport presenter. Then a week later, you're back in the relegation zone because teams have got their points back. It makes a mockery of the Premier League. And what is the best league in the world? Tomorrow, Forest host Crystal Palace, knowing defeat will leave them in deep trouble, whatever the rule book says. Go get another rule book. Hot Rod makes name for himself. Few English fans outside of Fulham and Middlesbrough were overly familiar with Rodrigo Muniz before Christmas, But the Brazilian striker has scored 7 goals since the start of February, more than anyone else in the league. With Mitrovic sold and Jimenez injured, Fulham moved for Broja in January. But Munez's form has kept the Chelsea loanee on the bench. Tomorrow, Munez travels to Bramwell Lane to face a Sheffield United defence which has shipped 21 goals in its last 4 home games. Well, the history suggests it's not exactly going to be high scoring. Spurs senior moment. If you spot Tottenham fans turning their back on the game with Luton tomorrow, do not assume they are doing the Poznan. Instead, a supporters group called Save Our Seniors is calling on fans to turn away from the field on 65 minutes to protest at the club's decision to make changes to concessions for senior season ticket holders. On the pitch, Spurs will hope to put pressure on Aston Villa, who entertain Wolves at tea time, in the race for 4th. Tottenham tonked Villa 4-0 2 weeks ago before the international break, but crashed 3-0 at home to Fulham last time out and trailed by them by 3 points. Talking of that, actually, but this is season tickets. I was listening into the... I keep forgetting its fucking name. Keep forgetting its damn name. From the B-Hole End podcast, the Burnley podcast. I kind of started listening to them rather than the Turf cast, to be honest with you. It's just more of a less shouty version. Oh, the irony! It just seems more of a realistic type podcast. The Turfcast seems to be more aimed at, as I always keep stating, for children. Get those clips, get those clicks, yeah? Whereas the B-Hole End, it's more for a mature audience and has more of a interesting topic matters. But they were talking about season prices, ticket prices going up next year, and it just... We were talking about chain wrestling the other day, about the cost of living and everything, and I'll just kind of mention it a minute ago, how I'm struggling. Like, when I say struggling, I mean I'm seriously struggling. Again, I'm not asking for money, I'm not begging, but I'm struggling because this stupid fucking piece of shit of a country is fucking its fucking citizens over. It's fucking ridiculous. And yeah, they were talking on the podcast about the prices of season tickets and whatnot, and it really angered me because, like they were saying on Chain Wrestling about the cost of living, and they were saying about what things have gone up in price. For argument's sake, they were talking about how a 500 milliliter of Coke costs £1.60. You know, and I had to chip in with a load of comments on it because it really fucking angers me that these companies can get away with it. Things like food and drink we have to pay for. I am not joking with you. I am now literally being, excuse the terminology, reduced to having to look for reduced labels now. And I'm not winding you up. I'm being deadly serious. Because I just cannot afford full price items anymore. I am now going for the cheapest products possible. That's how fucked I am for cash. And it is seriously getting to the point where I'm like, I am that close now to breaking point, basically. And yeah, when hearing on the Burnley podcast about the fact that certain people are going to have to, what was it? They have to move. There was a post here from someone on X regarding it all. It was fucking disgusting. Let me just find it. B-hole. No, you're not going to come up. Right, brilliant. I hate the search engine on X. It is fucking diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Thank you. There we are. So they reposted this yesterday. Here we are. Matty Bush. Here we are. Once I can read this stupid fucking tweet. So not only have the season ticket prices gone up, but I've just read an email from the club to say that I'm also losing my season ticket in the JML for more corporate bollocks. That's years and years of matchday banter and friendships with fellow season ticket holders casually thrown away and disregarded by the club, and all I get is some half-arsed email. The seats we have are perfect for my dad due to his mobility issues. But do the club care about that? No. All we get is, you can relocate to anywhere in the stadium at no extra cost. For one season only. So if we decide to switch stands, the following season will cost significantly more for tickets. We can choose to stay in the same stand, but it's slim pickings. Their final offer is to take advantage of the lounge at a reduced rate. I'm just feeling let down by the club, and all we got was a casually thrown together email. My dad is 65 plus years supporter. I'm 35 years old, and we're just simply disregarded. And yeah, this is the point with this country, football tickets, everything. It's like they were saying, like, they may as well do away with season tickets in the Premier League half the time, because these stupid fucking arsehole of club owners, all they give a fuck about is money. Like every single shitty fucking organisation out there, all they give a flying fuck about is money. Cunts. And then finally in the Metro it says here, oh yeah, the big one, Sunday's schedule means Manchester City versus Arsenal will be third versus second. Unless Brighton, of course, win at Liverpool, which there could be a chance of that. There is no hiding from the magnitude of this game, unless, of course, you're John Stones. Arsenal, who hope to have Saka back from his injury scare, have been the form team since the turn of the year with 8 straight wins in the league, including a 3-1 triumph at Liverpool. The Emirates has become a fortress, but Arteta's men have won 6-0 at West Ham and 5-0 at both Sheffield United and Burnley. The Etihad will not intimidate them. Well, City, though, have hardly been off colour. The champions drew at Anfield this month, but are on a 22-game unbeaten run and should be boosted by the fact that Kevin De Bruyne will be returning. Well, I'm telling you now for free that Arsenal will not be winning that game whatsoever. Not a fucking chance in hell. Of that, I'm going to do a mags now. Let's just see who's tuning in and saying something here. Hello Fozzie, Karma Baby, Animations, Finn Shea, Tim Ferrero, Roche, Nick Adams, and Maestro. Good evening all. Yeah, so let's just go and look at the shower of shite of my football team. And I don't mean Burnley. So yeah, I did my transfer on, I don't even know what day it is. Yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday. I think I did it Wednesday. I just did Salarin for Bowen. But Walker is officially out. Gabriel, he'll be fine. Saka will be fine. Kirkes doesn't even play for Bournemouth. I've got Estupiñán on the bench, so he won't be playing. Well, he will play, but for 20 minutes. I've got Doherty on the bench, who's playing Tottenham. So that means then that he's going to be on -1. Yeah, I need a wild card. In fact, when I looked at this team, I was just like, this is the perfect week to free hit. And idiots like me, along with the majority of people, can't say that. Can't say that. Not allowed to say that. It's against the rules. Can't call people idiots. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because idiots like you lot and me free hitted last week. I'm left with this shit. I'm literally just leaving the team as it is. Leaving it as it is. And yeah, I need a wild card, but obviously I haven't got a wild card. So it's just, I want to get rid of the one transfer in my mind, but it's a -4. Like I just, it's literally just doing Walker out for Mikalenko. It's based on absolutely nothing. Because I didn't even realise about this double game week 34 that's happening. Well, I did realise, obviously, but And I looked at Everton's fixtures and I'm like, they're not that bad. They're bad, but they're not that bad. And when you have Everton who've got Bournemouth away, Newcastle away, but then Burnley at home, obviously Mikalenko isn't just going to be a constant player in my team, but with the likes of Kirkes in my team and whatnot, and other shitty players that don't actually do anything or don't even play, I'm stuffed. So I need to be bringing in people that actually play. I mean, another option, to be honest, is actually bringing in, now thinking about it, a Liverpool defender. In fact, now thinking about it, now actually thinking about it, who's that guy? Bradley, isn't it? Don't really care for him, but the fact that Robertson is out, but then again, Gomez is the one that is pretty much guaranteed to be playing, I would think. It's Gomez or Bradley for me. It's Gomez or Bradley. I'll probably end up just doing Bradley in, which means that it saves me the... How much is Bradley, just of interest? Because this team is an absolute... I might just do it now, just to hell with it. I might actually just do it now. Bradley. He's 4.2. Gomez, though, he's doing really well this year. Gomez is doing really well this year. Like, I've liked the look at him. The only downside to him is that he just can't shoot for shit. The only downside to him is that he just cannot shoot for shit. Bradley, on the other hand. What do you reckon in the chat? Bradley or Gomez? Bradley or Gomez? It's got to be a Liverpool defender. It's just got to be. Those fixtures, let's get real here, are fantastic. Brighton, Sheffield United, Crystal Palace at home. And then their double against Fulham and Everton. I mean, Virgil van Dijk's obviously the bit. In fact. Oh no, actually, I had a plan. I say a plan. I did a -12 earlier, bringing in Haaland and Muniz, and they were coming in for Solanke, Tony, and then Walker was going to be gone for a 4 with Mikalenko. Is Gomez fit? Oh, Trent is back. Hey Ray, mate, I suggest you go back half an hour and see me slip my wrists. No, I don't want to get Van Dijk because he costs too much money. That's the problem with Van Dijk, he costs too much. Do you know what? Fuck it, just bring in Van Dijk, it's done. Virgil van Dijk in, do you know what? It's done. Happy days. Well done, Steve-O. Confirm -4. There we are. Done. Yeah, so now Virgil van Dijk's in. Good, good, good. That's the main thing. So yeah. I've completely lost my track of thought, to be honest with you. Yeah, all these players, I'm just going to bring in more towards later towards double game week 34, to be frank. But yeah, my team is, like I said, it's just looking like a shower of shit, to be honest with you. Well, it won't do now. It's actually looking okay. It's actually not looking too bad, to be completely frank. Now I've got rid of him, so what I'll do, I'll say I'll refresh. I don't even know how to refresh this. Do that, and then maybe go back to this again. There we are, done. Happy days, happy days. But still, it means that Kirkes still ain't going to be playing against Bournemouth, against Everton. Anyway, yeah. How are you guys? Guys, fucking hell, man. What's the poll saying anyway? 71% are not wildcarding. That's interesting. That is interesting. That Nuclear Atoms, when are you using your bench boost? I don't know. I ain't got a fucking clue. Anyway, let's just crack on with the fixtures, because I just want to get out of here. I'm depressed enough as it is. Just get on with it. So, Newcastle versus West Ham. This is a horrible fixture to call. I'm just going with the home team. I'm just going 2-1. History's going 2-2. It's suggesting a high-scoring game. Despite there being 2-1-1 draws across the last 6, there have been 25 goals scored in this fixture. There's been quite some high-scoring wins for both West Ham and Newcastle, so I just think 2-1. In fact, yeah, I'm going 2-1 to Newcastle, because Newcastle's home form is really good and West Ham's is, well, it's pants, to be honest, away from home. Bournemouth-Everton, I think they're just going to cancel each other out. I'm going to go 1-1. History's going 3-1 to Bournemouth. Bournemouth have won 4 out of the last 6. Everton have won the last 2-0. So there's a small but those 2 fixtures were at home. But Bournemouth do like playing Everton. Chelsea-Burnley, they're going to batter us. It's going to be 3-0. I know Alex Vollo's going to be captaining Odebert, which is just ridiculous. Do that in FPL Challenge. But yeah, Chelsea are going to win 3-0 here. History's going 3-0. Chelsea have won 5 out of the last 6 on 4 occasions, scoring 3 or more goals. And they've, on 4 occasions, 1-0 as well. Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. I'm just thinking Nottingham Forest are just going to just about nick this. I'm going 2-1. History's going 1-1. There's been 4 draws across the last 6. Although Nottingham Forest have won 2 fixtures at home 1-0. Sheffield United versus Fulham. I think from a defensive perspective, Fulham will be okay here. It's 1 or 2-0. I'm going 2-0 because Fulham are the form team. History's going 1-0 to Fulham. On 4 occasions, a team has won 0. Twice for Fulham and twice for Sheffield United. Tottenham versus Luton. I'm expecting it to end 4-0 to Tottenham. There is no history. Aston Villa versus Wolves. I think Aston Villa nicked this 2-1, but again, I think this is a very, very, very difficult game for Aston Villa. History's going 1-1. In fact, Aston Villa haven't beaten Wolves in the last 6 fixtures. Drawn 3 and lost 3. Do that for. We then have Brentford versus Man United. Man United are going to win this. It's going to be a tight, horrible game. I'm going 2-1 to Man United. History's going 2-1 to Man United. Man United won 4 out of the last 6. And there's been 3 occasions when a team has won 0. And 2 of them were for Man United. Liverpool versus Brighton. I generally do think that if Liverpool... It's that classic quote from me. If Liverpool are on it, they are going to absolutely decimate Brighton here, and I'm going 5-1. History's going 2-2. This is a high-scoring game, which has included 2 2-2s and a 3-3. And Brighton have only lost once in the last 6. Man City versus Arsenal. I'm going 2-1. History's going 2-1. Despite Arsenal unbeaten in the last 2, Man City have won 4 out of the last 6, scoring 9 goals. Conceding 3, which is crazy. Just a quick look from my own perspective, because I generally have not looked at any of this. YouTube Chat League, Harbour Boy's still top. Harry Dawson is only just behind him by 12 points. FPL Harry is way off top spot. And then we've got Madeline Tudor, who is holding on to 4th just with Brandon Saunders and Michael Swedin. up his backside. In the Rivals League, which I can't see, there we are in the Rivals League, and Harbour Boy's top. Ayush is only 2 points behind Harbour Boy. That is incredible. Danny is miles off the pace, along with Joe Nicholson. It's very tight between Joe Nicholson, Christian Walsh, Ray Joyce, who I don't think exists anymore. I think the Rivals League is going to come to an end next year anyway. So a lot of those people will not be part of any of these leagues, I don't think. We then have the... What's the other one? Oh, Elite FPL Members League, which is definitely going to be deleted. Haribo, there's no point in me looking at this. Harbour Boy, Harry Dawson, Matty T, and Zvonka. Oh yeah, that reminds me, Firetog. I said the other day on a podcast how you're going to be winning the... I just need to piss off Harbour Boy and Paulie enough. And Firetog, you will be winning the Trophy League. If you know, you know. The Trophy League, talking of which... Harbour Boy's top by 20 points. The Trophy League is if you're a Patreon... Well, I say if you're a Patreon member. I can already see 2 people who I'll be removing already. So this is going to mean absolutely nothing now. But yeah, certainly the Trophy League is for anybody that came into this at Game Week 20 and basically signed up to the $4.99, because then whoever wins, guess what? Wins a trophy. Paulie second and John Harris third. With John Harris he's given them a good fight. Harbour Boy is doing exceptionally well this year, like really well this year. It's ridiculous standard what he's doing here. Fozzie saying, why delete so many of these? Because quite literally I cannot be bothered to be having any of them open when the Members League doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, the members stuff doesn't actually exist anymore. The Rivals League, about God knows how many people in there, don't even exist anymore. And I'd rather just be focusing on leagues where people actually kind of like participate in them, to be completely frank. And that's pretty much it. End poll. 70% of the people are not wildcarding. Anything of interest there? Did you look at the FPL challenge? Yep, I don't care about it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So after that depressed stream, there will be no stream tomorrow evening. So I'll probably be back on Sunday evening for Sunday surgery. To be talking about more... God knows what, because it's going to be another miserable day tomorrow. Anyway, cheers all, let's get out of here.